In the upfront segment tonight, guns in the Michigan State Capitol. It became a major issue when some protesters of Governor Whitmer's stay-at-home order were openly carrying firearms during a demonstration in April. Should it still be allowed? And months later, that question remains unresolved. Joining us to discuss failed motions today to address this issue, John Truscott, Vice Chair of the Capitol Commission. John, good evening. Two commission votes today. One would have enacted an immediate ban on firearms in the Capitol, the other to ban long guns except for law enforcement. I think you were one of the no votes today. Why?
I was, and I think it's first important to know that we are not a policy-making body. We're not an elected body, so there are legal repercussions to what we do. Will what we do survive a court challenge, which we know would be coming? We would much rather have the legislature involved in helping us make that decision. The legislative leadership has reached out for a meeting, and we believe, the majority believe, that we should have that meeting first, talk with them, see if they'll take up the issue, because we believe that's where it should lie.
And that meeting with legislative leadership, will firm decisions come out of that?
We hope so. They have agreed that something needs to be done. It should be consistent across the Senate and the House and the building. You can't have three different entities with different rules. That's not fair to do to law enforcement. But they have agreed in their letter to us that this is a conversation that needs to take place and have agreed to meet with us as soon as possible. So we discussed it. We agreed as a commission today to have that meeting. And we're trying to schedule it as soon as possible within the next week or two.
Now, we spoke with Representative Sarah Anthony earlier today. She says Republicans are stalling on this. It makes for an unsafe work environment for employees on the Hill. What's your response to that?
Yeah, I don't think anybody's stalling on this. This is a process that, if it's going to end up in court, and we're not even guaranteed to have representation from the Attorney General on this, which means if we were sued, we couldn't fight it in court, so it would automatically be voided. So we would rather do this in a way that if we're going to institute something, it's uniform, it's legal, and it can actually be upheld and enforced by law enforcement. There
are some states that do allow guns to be carried. Many do not in public buildings, and particularly when it comes to state capitals. Should we be a leader in this?
Well, quite a few state capitals do not allow guns at various levels in the Capitol building, but all were passed either by the legislature, and then there were two states by executive order of the governor. None have done it through an unelected body, which would be subject to court challenge. So that's what we're very cognizant of and why we want the legislature to be part of this process.
All right, we'll stay in touch on this. Very important to an awful lot of people. John Truscott, we thank you for your time tonight, Vice Chair of the Capitol Commission. We'll talk with you soon. Thank you, John.
Okay.